Thank you everyone for joining the presentation. And my name is Manas Mishra. I am one of the regional managers at Yanolja Cloud Solution. And today we have come online for focusing on a topic called streamlining hotel operation with modern technology solutions. So we will focus on the solutions that we have that we can cater to the market and how effective it is in managing your properties really well. So joining me in the conversation, we also have Kushal Vijayasinghe. Kushal is a business development executive based out of Kandy, and he will be helping me out in the presentation as well. All right. So without wasting much time, let's move into the presentation right away. So this is going to be an interactive presentation where we give you certain questions and we would expect you to answer those questions. So here we go. Let's go to the first part. So we have the first question coming up right here. What type of hotel property do you manage? So this is something where you will get multiple choice answers. You just have to select one thing. Shreya, if we can just have the questions. Yes. We have 30 seconds, so you can just select any answer of your choice and we will have the results right here. All right, this sounds interesting. Shreya, can we have the results as well? Okay, never mind, just moving ahead. We have this thing and just move to the next screen. So the next screen is that we wanted to understand that about Yanolja. So I wanted to speak a little bit about Yanolja. So when we talk of Yanolja, Yanolja is known with a common name Easy in the market. So we are already one of the leading hospitality service providers with over 500 clients in Sri Lanka at this point in time. And we are expanding each and every month. So we are one of the very few companies to provide hospitality tech solutions. And one of the things which makes us stand out in the market is that we provide end-to-end, integrated solution. So every solution that we provide, whether it is a PMS, channel manager, the booking engine, or the restaurant software, or the revenue management, the reputation management, or the website. So these are all very closely connected to each other. That gives us a very clear advantage. When I give you an example, like if I am using a PMS, I'm using a channel manager, I'm using any third-party application. So if I have issues, I need to go to those different players all the time. But the better thing right here is that we have just one thing. You have to just come to us and we will be able to solve the issue immediately. So it is just one service provider providing all the solution. This is a very big advantage. So we come to the next point after this. The next point is that we empower property starting from small to mid-sized hotel with all kinds of latest cutting edge and affordable technology solution. This makes us like when you are certain properties, which is say, for example, a mid-sized property would be something which is 20-room property. But a 20-room property in Sri Lanka and a top 20-room property in anywhere else in the world has a lot of difference. A 20-room property in front of the beach might generate a lot more revenue in comparison to the other regions. So we basically target all kinds of property, but majorly it is small to mid-sized hotel segment. And just to let you know, like our t-shirt say, we are backed by Yanolja. Yanolja is a travel tech unicorn from South Korea, and they also have like we put a lot of emphasis on research and development. So it is a research and development of close to 18 years that that we have gone into every market, did our little bit of research, got feedback, and we have insisted and we have made changes to that, to the product, to get it to a level where we are standing right now. So like I suggested, we cater to all kinds of property sizes. And one of the clear advantages over other players in the market is that we have 24/7 live support. That is very important where, at certain point in time, you will look out for local people. So we also will have local account managers who will be assisting you in making sure that the setup or the support concerns or anything that you have. So we also pay a lot of focus on interaction and the responses being really quick. So you can have any number of product training. So we don't have a limit on that. You can just request it and we can just offer you at any point in time. So these are some of the advantages of Yanolja Cloud. I'll just move on to the next part. So we wanted to know, as a hotelier, what are you focused at? So we also needed to understand the mentality of the hotel. So we want to impart the best in terms of the guest experience. We also want to streamline all the daily operations that is happening at the property. And at the same time, there are also a lot of expenses that you incur. You certainly would like to minimize those expenses. But the question is that how would we be able to do that? All right. So going on to the next part, it covers that how are we able to address these concerns. So right here, let me just minimize this one. So here, the first thing is that what's stopping you to reaching to a level that you want. So first thing I would say is every day we have emerging competition. So you being hotels, you know about it. Like, if in your locality there's a new hotel which comes up, and that hotel has kept the price which is lower than you and is offering certain services which are much better. So this becomes a potential challenge for us. So we need to address it with the ways where we are able to tackle that situation really well and handle, these kind of emerging situations can come in any time. But we need to be really advanced in how better we should be able to handle it. And we should constantly be evolving ways to tackle these kind of situations. So now coming into this, we also have rising operational costs. So pre-COVID and post-COVID, I think a lot has changed. We did not discuss about the economic crisis. The country has almost recovered from the economic crisis, and we are seeing a lot of positive trend. But still, when we compare the condition of pre-COVID and post-COVID, a lot of things have changed. The cost of commodities, the cost of services, the cost of everything that is needed to run a hotel, it has exponentially risen. So that is one of the reasons why we also focus on this part. This is one of the aspects which stops you. And also there are certain changing trends and guest expectations every time. So guest is something that he wants everything on the plate, and it should be something which should be really quick and fast. So we are also coming up with a lot of ways which makes client interaction with your guest or providing certain information much more easier. So this is one of the other things which says, which needs to be really nicely addressed. Going on to the next page, I'd let's understand the role of technology in the hospitality industry. Why is it so important? So the first thing is it automates the operation. So by example, wanted to know that, say, for example, if I have my front office who needs to perform all the check-in, all the checkouts, all the stayovers really well. At the same time, I also have the housekeeping. I also have the accounts department. I also have the purchase department. So all of these departments needs to work really well. So having a central software aligns all these different departments into one place where they are able to address their concern. Okay. So this is where we focus more on automating an operation, and each and every department is completely aware about what's happening. You know. So what happens once we automate the operation? It leads to increasing the efficiency. So how is efficiency increased? Efficiency will increase if every department works in sync and they're working on time without any errors. It leads to increasing the efficiency of the hotel. So, one of the other primary things which we tend to forget a lot of times, it has been, rarely seen. One of the aspects that I would share about that I feel really good when I go to a hotel. And if an owner or a manager just comes to me and they would ask that, how's your experience been so far? Is there anything that I could do to change? So we will not find these kind of, changes. So this is one of the other important aspects where if we are able to address to the guest, we go and we can just ask the guest that how's the experience been so far, what are the things that I can improve on. So we provide you these feedback and a lot of other things where you can rate the hotel and how's the services that is being offered by them. All right. And ultimately the most important thing, we will certainly make sure that we help you in cutting down the cost. And at the same time, you will not need to invest much in the resources and the hardwares and anything in terms of technology. Thus, we are helping you in reducing the expenses that you are incurring daily at the property. Moving on to the next one, please. So, okay, so we have almost covered most of the aspects. So we have one-stop solution like I suggested earlier. And I will have my colleague Kushal taking in from here. So Kushal, it is over to you.
Thank you, Manas. Hello, everyone. My name is Kusal Jaisingh, and I'm working as a business development executive in Yanota Cloud Solution. So, thank you for joining, everyone. And first of all, I would like to take you why you should have select the Yanota Cloud Solution as your hospitality provider. So, as Manas mentioned, so we have this one-stop solution to everyone that in under the one roof. So will Mas, shall we go to the first slide, please? Yeah. When we talking about the Yanoja Cloud solution, in Sri Lanka right now, we are the best service provider to the all hospitality providers. And when we talking about the technology, yes, of course, we have the best technology solutions for all the hotels. And the pricing, because everyone is concerned about the pricing. So we have the best pricing comparing with the other competitors that everyone can be affordable. So when we go to the next slide, talking about our products. So Easy Absolute is one of our core product that we have. This is the PMS system that you can do your all checking, checkout, billing process, cashiering part, housekeeping update, and everything in the one place. So Easy Absolute, why Easy Absolute is the best product comparing with the other competitors? We do have so many integrations like door lock integration, payment gateway integrations. So in Easy Absolute, what you can do is once you're using it, because for the time being, even though we have a very developed mobile application, so that the property managers can get the update of the property in real time. So we have most of the features that we have included right now for the Easy Absolute. And for the easy reservation, the hotel channel manager, that is where that you can do update your rate and availability at the one place for the all your connected OTAs. And we have an easy reservation system that I know that nowadays most of them actually concerning about paying a high commissions to the OTAs. What you can do is, so you can develop your own website and you can use easy reservation as your booking engine. So then without paying high commissions to the OTAs, you can get the direct bookings to your account. And also we have a AC Optimus, that online restaurant management POS system. So from there that you can do your restaurant billing process, inventory management, stock management, everything at the one place. And also we do have the website designing for the hotels. I know that there are so many local vendors for the time being, but we have already ready-made templates that you can choose any of these. What you have to do is you have to select the templates and then you can provide all the pictures of your property and the content. So we will create the website for you. And we have this dynamic pricing software called the Easy Mint. Of course, Manas will take you to on that on the next slide, how this Easy Mint will differ. And also we have the Easy Pay that according to the customer request, so we can give the hotel payment processing solution. So we'll go to the next slide, Manas. Just to get a feedback on y'all, how many of are using a hotel PMS? So you can use the call to answer.
So yeah, so you just need to select yes and no. That if you're using a PMS already, you can just put yes. So this is where we wanted to just check on you guys if you already are aware about the hotel PMS.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go to the next slide.
All right. Yeah, we'll go to the next slide. And talking about our mobile application. So as I mentioned earlier, so all of our this Easy Absolute, Easy Reservation, Easy Sentries, and Easy Optimus POS system. So all these product we do have we have already developed with mobile application. So you can see on the screen. In the dashboard, you can see on the PMS that how many arrivals you have, how many checkouts you have, what are the revenue that you're taking, how many, what is the occupants percentage of your hotel, and even if you have a CRS account, that means if you are managing a multiple accounts, that you can shift it, even you can shift it in your mobile, and you can see the different, you can check all your different properties on the tool, even in your mobile application as well. Also, for the easy Optimus, that the POS system for the restaurant, so it does have the mobile application as well, that you can see what is the revenue that you are taking, and what is the best selling product of the hotel restaurant, and every detail, even in the report and the menu. Also, we have developed this QR scanning option to the customers, that every the new features coming up that we have already integrated with our POS system. Uh, we'll go to the next slide, Manas. So, okay. So then these easy YCS solutions, what are the best properties to the hotel? Who can use the product? Yes, best fit for like all any of these properties. Like it can be a hotel, restaurant, resort, or hostels, or bed and breakfast places, even in the service apartment, guest houses, chain of the properties. Any of these properties will be suitable for the easy solution. So any of these properties can be used our product. And we'll go to the next slide, Manas. Okay, so from here onward, I will hand over the session to the Manas. So he'll be taking over.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kushal. So here's a poll for everyone. This is where we wanted to understand that how do you manage your pricing strategy? So this is the questions. So do you have dynamic pricing? You do it manually, or you a lot of properties also outsource a revenue manager. So if you could just select one of the options if you are into this one. Just wait for you to punch in some answers here, and then we can just move ahead. All right. Thank you for participating in the poll. We'll go to the next slide from here. The next slide is something which is very important. So we discuss about what is revenue management and why is it very important for us. So, the first and a very, simple example for this could be that revenue management is a demand-based dynamic pricing tool, which plays a very vital role in optimizing the revenue. So optimizing a revenue could be like if you're running on, on a decent revenue, it will ensure that you run on really higher revenues. If you're running on like really lower revenue, it will bring you to certainly, to above the average revenue. But it does not happen, all in one night. There are a lot of tools and everything that needs to be implemented. So I will cover just, a few points where you will be able to understand by citing some practical examples as well, which will make it more relatable. Okay. So we have enhanced the operation efficiency, and how do we enhance that? By putting in more automation, putting in less manual work. So automation, one of the features that we have, I wanted to talk about the Easy Mint feature. We have a feature of the dynamic pricing where we have the occupancy based pricing. So occupancy based pricing is where you go from like a 70 to a 80%, 80 to a 90%. And you could have a flat rate of say for example, $100 every night. But the moment I change and I put in a dynamic rate, where if I'm running on an occupancy and it goes from 80 to 90, 90 to 100, my pricing changes to, it increases by 10% or a 20%. So when you calculate the difference, there will be a decent, difference that will come in. And this is also a revenue that you are generating without making any additional effort. You just have to put in and the system will do it automatically for you. It will push in higher rates. The other thing is that how, we also predict very accurate booking pattern analysis. How do we predict this? Because we also take into consideration a lot of OTA listings and what are the rates and everything that is running through. And it also, helps us understand that, what is the choice for the guest, what do they want, and we can prioritize certain things on the basis of that. Okay, say for example, if we are running on a very high occupancy, and we are setting up a certain room category selling really nice on those higher occupancy, so we can set up different rules for that particular category so that it has certain pricing which is different from the normal pricing if it is doing good business. So, like I suggested, putting all these things leads to increasing your bookings. When your bookings increase, we also put in like the right pricing strategies. We also see what's the demand that is coming from the market, what's the season where we are running in high season, what are the market trends. So, talking about market trends, we'll cover that in the next point, which is competition. So, market trend is that if the market, say for example, is running you have 3 4 different competitors who are running at a rate of like say 250 US dollars per night, and at the same time you see that your rates are $80 per night. So this is a clear difference, and you will miss out on a lot of revenue that your competitors are actually running. So here we give you a feature of rate shopping. The competitor analysis basically helps you in checking what are the rates that your competitor has on certain dates. So you can put your rate, you can work on your rates, and you can be up to date with the market. Okay. So this was about the competition. We also come into a very important point, which is expansion of OTA visibility. At this point, as we talk, we are increasing our OTA listings. At this moment, we are over 130 online channels, which are completely active with us. So 130 channels does not mean that 130 channel will completely give you bookings, but we are very regional specific as well, apart from the major ones that are needed in your country. Say, for example, in Sri Lanka, we can have Agoda, we can have Booking.com, we can have Expedia, we can have Airbnb, we can have Trip.com. These are the channels which will give you the maximum number of bookings. But also when we talk of certain other markets, like when I talk of European market, you would need an OTA like hotels.com. Or when you talk about a market like Russia or Ukraine market, so for that we will be needing Ostrowork is an OTA which caters to that market. When we talk of Japanese market, we have Rakuten. When you talk of like say market in China, it is trip.com. So these are some of the channels which we will suggest to you that these are the channels where you can register on, and this will certainly help you in a longer run, in getting certain bookings from there. So putting all of these things into place, I would suggest that you will witness a gradual revenue growth, which will be very consistent with time. All right. Moving to the next slide. The next slide is that why do we stand apart? Like the first thing that I said during the presentation was that we are one of the very few providers of offering end-to-end integrated technology solution, which is really helpful, where you just have to go to one player if there's any concern, and you do not have to go to multiple players to get your concerns completely sorted out. So with about 16 plus years of stronghold experience and research and development that has gone in place, this is one of the major factors why people prefer Easy. So when we have newer people and they see the product, they really like it, because a lot of times during also our meetings and presentation, we say that it is as simple as using a Facebook account. So if you have a Facebook account, it is as easy as using Easy. So the next point would be that we offer 24/7 support with unlimited number of trainings, and we service across 170 plus countries. That being said, we also offer local account management team who will be helping you in setting up things in the local language, and obviously in your own time zone. That is a great advantage. And one point that I wanted to also talk was, we are backed by industry leaders like Booking.com, Agoda, Expedia, and Airbnb. So these are some of the channels which prefer us and have given us a title of preferred partner. So when you register and when you look for a channel manager, you can find us on the list of their preferred partners. So this is also something which establishes the fact that we are very strong when we send across update to all the online channels. And at the same time, it is something which a lot of other providers do not have with all these service providers. These are someone which are like really industry leaders, Booking.com, Agoda, right? Moving to the next one, so I would just share the list of clients that we have in Sri Lanka. So we have all the major, clients right here with us, and these are some of the clients that we have taken up in the presentation. And moving about some of the other prominent, recognitions that we have got from the industry. So we are cloud products, and it always comes as a doubt to a lot of people that how secure we are and what do you do that you get really secure. So one of the things that we do is that we are on Amazon Web Services. So this is one of the best secure servers around the world. So data theft and everything is completely out of a question. The other question that we get a lot of time is that since you handle payment gateways and there are a lot of money involved, transactions involved, how do you suggest that you're safe with that? So there's a functionality that we provide. We are PCI DSS certified company. This also is a standard that you have to go through a lot of tests when they test that all the data and everything and the transactions are completely safe and secure. So this is what we are certified, and this is what we are getting certified every year. So you have to get all your certifications updated every year. So this is not that you're certified once and you are done. So you have to go through all these kind of certifications every year. Like I suggested earlier, we are also preferred partners of Booking.com, Airbnb. Here is something where we have already put up the certificates, as you can just see this. Moving on to the next one. So we just wanted to say that this moment we are with 33,000 plus clients. And I would say these are 33,000 happy clients with us. And we speak about 50 plus languages. And we are also present across 300 plus partners also support us globally. So where we are not there in the team, like we do not have a team on ground, we will have certain partners who are supporting us there. Along with that, when we talk of the in-house team, at this moment we are expanding constantly, but at this point we have over 400 plus people working for us, including the local people who are based out of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, we have a strong team of about 7 people right now. So another point, we are 24/7, we have 24/7 live chat support, which is available with us, where you can just chat and you can solve your concerns. And at this moment, we have reached about 170 plus countries already where, we have certain clients who are using us. So I think that is it. We will just take all the questions from here. So let's take all the questions from here. So let's go to the chat and let's see. Shriya, can we have the questions? If we have any questions that we could just stop showing this. If anyone has any questions, they can put those questions in the chat here itself, and we will be able to address those questions. Anything? Okay, I assume there are no questions as such. So I would just uh, anything. Okay, we have these two questions. I'm sorry about this. So Darshan, I have requested to have easy mint, but still waiting for getting live. So Darshan, if you could also mention, so for getting live, I will get this checked. If you could also text what property is it, Darshan, so it would be easier for us for making sure that we can just set it up. Darshan. Okay, Riviera Resort 754. So we have taken a note of this one and we'll certainly make sure that it goes live. I think the account managers from Mint are already in touch with you, but let's get that live for you. Anyone has any question? Andre, Chatuki? Okay, I assume we are all good so far. Then, okay, let's take. Okay, if we do not have any further questions, I think we can just wrap this up. Thank you everyone for joining in. And yeah, I will see you again. Thank you so much for your time. Please feel free to reach out to us at any point in time you have any question, any concerns. So we are always available right here. So I'll just let you. Okay, so that is it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for joining.
Thank you for joining in. Bye.